Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a daily psychic tarot reading for whoever is drawn to this, tuning into divine messages and guidance that would be useful, news we can use. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. Okay. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, in the past, we've got the energy of the Master in reverse. Finding someone who hasn't mastered something, someone who was ignoring who they are at the heart of it. The heart chakra is you, your center, the bridge between heaven and earth. The upper chakras, lighter energy, higher vibrational. The lower chakras, lower vibrational and earth related. Feelings, emotions, the physicality of the earth experience. Boy, a lot coming through. Okay. So I feel like what we're tuning into is at some point you feel like the people you're around as well, we're in this not going to evolve state, not going to be myself state of being. Okay. But oh, beautiful. Okay, so I feel like you're a very kind and giving person, very generous to others. And in the past, you overgave. I think you know that now, but how you were raised, your society, family, your beliefs were that your role, your function is to give to others. Being a part of someone else's storyline, but somewhere along the line, you chose yourself, not from an ego standpoint, but from a soul standpoint. I want to be myself. Let's all just be ourselves. I don't even know. I've been showing up for others for so long. I don't even know who I am. I'm a facade. I've been projecting who I want people to see me as, and I've been holding others' projections of me for so long and battling those projections. It's not working. I feel empty inside. So it feels like a mix of some of those type of feelings, those hitting a final, like there's nothing here for me. I don't have anything left to give, and I don't know who I am. So I'm also seeing someone who had very little boundaries, very little healthy boundaries, and very few psychic boundaries. So maybe an empath or a highly sensitive person, someone who absorbs and starts mirroring the energies around them instead of consciously maintaining their own energy, their own vibration chronically. And it's like you couldn't get away from it. Dang. I feel like this is related to the people you were around. You couldn't get away from the vibration and you couldn't see it very clearly because you were kind of enmeshed in it. And you couldn't see where you were ending and someone else or many people around you. You couldn't separate out your energy. It also looks like there's a lot of projections that these it kind of look like, it looks like you created projections on the inside of your aura. The stories you tell yourself to soothe your ego, how you want to be perceived by others. So the focus is how you're being perceived by others. And then what's interesting is I've been looking at this energy of projections. I'm seeing it on the aura, kind of outside, and you get very confused. Your environment, it becomes your projections, and also the projections others have thrown onto the outside of your aura. And I'm seeing energetically, it kind of looks like other people's projections you perceive as very important in this type of energy exchange, more important than how you feel about yourself. So there's some type of energetic permission because you are very concerned. Maybe that's how you were raised, that's how society, that's what everybody's doing, is worrying more about how others are seeing you than how you perceive yourself. So that energy of others is on the outside, and it clicks on kind of like a magnet how you want to be perceived, and instead it's just it blocks the truth from coming in, and it makes it very difficult because you're perceiving yourself, you're projecting who you are, you're not just embodying who you are. You're not just, yeah, this is me, this is where I am right now, and I accept all aspects of me because I'm in progress. We are all in progress. We're all changing. Speaking of changing, so what's interesting about projection energy is that I see it a lot of times when you're a child and you've got some scary people around you who have not learned how to, I'm going to call it immature, a lack of knowing how to really work with their emotions. And so they do all this projection denial. They've got so much projections and their vibration shifts a lot. And it looks like they took things out on you and they took advantage of you. The thing is, when you're a child, you're very innocent. This is weird, scary as hell, traumatic. So someone that you trust, this is the type of energy, they're nice to you, everything's fine. And then they switch a vibration and that's also them, or a being, quite frankly. But let's stick with, that's also an aspect of them, a vibration that they practice. And that's scary. But then they switch back to, hey, everything's fine. And we're going to, I mean, that didn't even happen. And so it's gaslighting. And it works. It works the first couple times because you're like, oh, okay, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe, yeah, okay, we're good. But then it happens again. And as a child, you're like, I need to remember, I keep forgetting that this person can do this, that they have an aspect that they feel very comfortable sharing with me, that how terrifying they are, and they're projecting a lot towards me. So I'm going to project back and I'm going to remember every time I see them that they're a monster. So it wasn't done just like, because that's not my family. It's done sometimes, this projection stuff, as out of protection, to remind you, oh, wait a minute, I put a projection up and that person is that. The difficulty with projections is that's who they are. And it was done to help protect you emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. However, now you're an adult and you can move freely about and you can make choices. So you don't need those projections. You know that those projections stay solid, like a cemented picture, and they don't allow for people, one of the laws of the universe, the fourth law, which is everything changes except the first three laws of the universe. So everything changes, but if you have a projection, it makes it impossible for you to see them changing. It also makes it hard for them to change, because unless they know how to get rid of those projections, because they're always fighting that projected image. I think that's one of the reasons why the energy of forgiveness that was really highlighted and brought in, divinely guided at the timing, a couple thousand years ago, was really important. If we can forgive those projections for ourselves and others, get rid of them, then what? That forgiveness, it's allowing, I don't know, there's something more fluid with the energy, and allowing people to be themselves and not who you project them to be. Does that make sense? Hope this helps. All right. That's a lot of chitty chat. All right, let's get back to the tarot, shall we? Okay, in present energy, we've got Two of Cups in reverse. So not coming together. It's a decision not to partner. I feel like this might be someone you feel a tremendous connection with. Like a shuffle of cards. Feel like this is someone who they look like a soulmate. You know them on some energetic level. There's a instant chemistry, an instant attraction. Yeah, it also feels like it's as I'm looking at what this is doing to your heart space, it's kind of like either like an old motorbike with a kickstart, or an old lawnmower that you have to do this, and there's like a like, okay, let's adjust. I feel like that's your heart space. So what this person might have been for you, maybe for each other, is like, hi, Ryu. Hi, honey. I'm pet sitting. Do you want to come up and say hi? Want to come up? Hi, this is Ryu, Chuck's best friend. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. All right. We're walking. You want to say hi one more time? Say hi. Okay. So there's something loving, connected, a familiarity, a instant closeness. But I get the feeling, just like Ryu is here temporarily, I feel like this is a very short season instead of full blown. And I feel like this person has some elements of what you're looking for. And this person also activates aspects of an old connection, maybe activates old feelings and worries or concerns. Maybe they're a little like, there's something familiar and there's something new. It's not quite there. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like what's really beautiful about this little season with the soulmate season, is that it starts up that heart space, which activates a lot of other chakras. I feel like you start seeing, you get some truths about more about yourself. You're learning about yourself. And by opening up that heart space, I wish I could make really good sounds. That would have been great. By starting that heart space, it signals like a willingness. You know, I'm still here. I'm interested in connections, but I want to trust myself, and I don't want to rush in, like all these things. So this is really beautiful. Yeah, what's interesting about this energy is it's a little confusing, and I feel like that might be part of old energy coming through with this connection. It's like you want to work with someone and they don't show up. That might be part of what this is. You might be able to, like, okay, let's rush it. Let's do this. This feels good. Let's follow the good feelings. But it feels like you show up and this person isn't feeling it. Or does it matter why? You don't want someone, you've done that in your life, given too much of yourself. You don't want that type of connection again. You want reciprocity. You want someone who's on equal footing as well. Someone, a somewhat equal match. I mean, it's not a competition or anything, but if you're vibrationally and mature wise in a different spot than someone else, then it's just really, there's a lot of distance, and it usually creates power struggles and like catch up, the pressure, catch up, slow down, you know. I think it's a little disappointing. Like, yeah, is this, and then it's like, no, this isn't going anywhere. Okay. This is, this is preparing me. Am I going to take something that reminds me of past energy? And will I take that because I feel needy? I feel that longing. I feel that longing energy here. That but it looks like, if you realize, if this is your story, that maybe there's even an addiction to longing, the energy of longing. There's an energy of longing here. It feels like you might have run the vibration of longing for so long. Desiring, yearning is another. Yearning's probably closer. Yearning, longing. So that, being in that energy, is through the lens of lack. I don't have love. I don't have companionship. I don't have a partner. That's what longing, some of the energies that you might be experiencing, you might have felt this feeling for so long. I feel like you have had that longing on and off a lot in your life. And so I think there might be an addiction to the energy of longing, not realizing that if you stay in that energy of longing chronically, that's becomes your energy. And everything, how you are perceiving the world is that you don't have whatever it is that you are chronically longing for. In this, it feels like a relationship, that dream connection that you're longing for. Just like when you're a vibration in your crown chakra, when you've got a thought pattern that you're stuck on. If you've watched other videos of mine, I've talked about the crown chakra, especially lately in the last couple weeks. This energy that I'm tuning into is not in the crown chakra. It's not thought. It's more like an addiction to a feeling. So in your heart space, I don't have what I'm missing parts of me, of an experience. That's that longing. So what do we do? So there is the message I'm getting, like creating seniority in that crown chakra, and it takes discipline and mastery to quiet the mind and know when to quiet the mind. The reason why we quiet the mind on the mat, sitting there and just following the breath, letting all attachments to thoughts go, is so when you do that work on the mat every day, so when you're out in the world and you've got that empathic kind of like, oh wait, where am I in this? Anywhere you are on the spot, you can find yourself. And that's what mindful meditation, you can come back and say, no, I'm not going to accept your thoughts. I want to find how I feel about this, how I'm thinking about this. With the emotions, I feel it's also, is this my energy? This is about learning what's your energy and what's not your energy. So spending time by yourself, focusing on your own energy is one way of doing that. and letting go of when you're feeling, oh, I'm yearning, I'm longing for, I'm yearning, I'm going to let that go. Because then you constantly carry around this vibration of lack, of yearning and longing. I don't have this. I don't have this. Your perfect match might walk right by, but you are in the vibration of, I don't have anybody. And that belief is stronger because it's been chronic. So you've been feeding that belief for so long, you won't even see, because there's no space in your aura for the energy of belong. I belong here. I'm loving. I'm connected. I'm cared for. I'm adored. I love connection. I love sharing. So what you want, focusing on like you already have it with emotional feelings, and make that feeling, that is that homecoming. I have everything that I need. I have a lot of what I want to. I've got, so the trick is psychically it's all about vibration. So that longing, if this is resonating and that yearning doesn't work, it also feels like that longing and yearning kind of cords people, attaches. I want you to be in my storyline, and I want you to be like this, and you're this character to me. Here's your script. So it comes with some control. So, all right. Release that stuff. This is a message from your higher self. This is about you're shedding or shedded. Maybe this is something that just happening. Looks like you're letting it go. You're having a rebirth. You're shedding oh, this person, this wonderful soulmate coming up to kind of stir things up and try to kickstart that heart. Even though it's a season, it's very important. It looks like you guys are like activating and triggering each other, so you can be ready. You've got a lot of threes, and so threes can be change, difficulty, but we're going to four. We're going to that stability. This person was that's interesting. We've got 1, 2, 3, 3. So you're ready for 4. You're ready for that stability. You just needed to release some. Yeah, you needed to release some beliefs that weren't serving you. That looks really good. You're learning how to let go of emotional baggage that isn't yours, that you've been carrying. That's like those projections that you've been carrying maybe your whole life. If there's like, well, my mom sees me as like this, and my dad sees me, my family sees me like this, and so I mean they've known me my whole life, that I don't perceive myself like that, but they must know best. And so you could have taken on those projections from your family. It feels like you're going back and releasing any burdens that aren't yours to carry. That's their energy. Return to sender. Just give that back, clear off the inside of your aura, clear off the outside of your aura, work on not projecting limiting beliefs onto others. It's part of the karma is you get stuff projected onto you if you project onto others. Okay. There's some balancing out that's happening. I'm hearing land of milk and honey. I feel like you've done without, or you've been without for a long time. I think by finding yourself, there's the more you recognize your own soul and your own energy and frequency and take accountability for your words, your actions, your energy, being responsible for the energy you bring into the room. That's even like a lesson I learned when I was holding space for psychic school that I went to and then started working at. When, you know, there might be 12 readings, 17 psychics, because they were group readings. And I would have to go into the different rooms where there are different energies, because the readings are at different energies, different vibrations. And before I'd enter the room, I would just put, you know, maybe a hand on the door and the doorknob and just match that energy. What is the energy in the room? I'm going to let go of anything. And then I could enter the room without disturbing anybody. A lot of times they didn't even see or hear me coming because I was a part of that energy. I wasn't coming in with my energy. So being aware of your energy and is it's pretty cool too. It's fun. So, and you know the energy of the room, especially when it's like an extreme. You walked into a room, whether it's in a home with family, maybe extended family, or you walked into a business, like a room, and you can tell something just went down. No one's talking, but you can feel it. Something like, whoa, I don't know. Should I stay because I'm so good? Should I just leave? So you know what I'm talking about, the energy in the room and taking responsibility for the energy that you bring into every room. Okay, so your challenge right now is to detach. Detach from, I'm getting your old life that was cold, wintry. There was nothing there for you. The longing, detaching from the longing. Boy, she definitely had that, like, oh. So death, letting or detach, death. Yeah, like death. Just detaching from that old cycle. Moving towards peace. I feel like if you, once you allow that longing energy to dissipate and focus on what you do want to feel instead, how would you like to feel? How would you prefer to feel? See if you can kind of conjure that within yourself, within the feeling space. Ooh, another challenge right now is if you were kind of got swept back up by this Two of Cups in reverse person. And that energy, you might perceive this as a failure, or you not getting your way. I feel like both you and this person in the current energy, the soulmate, I feel like both of you are really close to that 4. You're really close to finding your other person, that stability, like that 4 of Wands, the celebration. Oh my gosh. All right. However, if you perceive this as it didn't go how I wanted it to, then the longing kind of wins out. You know what I mean? I feel like you might be misinterpreting that this is a blessing, and the way I'm seeing everything as blessings. Maybe that's what the message is. Yeah. So don't do that. Yeah, I feel like you might be perceiving the challenge. Some of you might be perceiving that this is a lost opportunity, that instead of, it's okay, this was preparing me for a much better match. I'm getting ready. What, Abraham Hicks, I'm getting ready to get ready. So, all right, that's your reading. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for all your likes and subscribes and comments. So, you guys are the best. You're so supportive, not only to me in the comments, but to each other, and creating such a loving community here, and that I'm really proud of. So thank you. All right, take care. Bye.